It takes a lot more work to approach yourself with compassion than it does to hit yourself over the head, which is very interesting. It feels more comfortable to be hard on yourself most of the time than it feels to treat yourself with compassion. And it's not about treating yourself with pity, okay? You don't need to pity yourself. You don't need to play the victim. That is not what you want to do. There is a subtle difference, or actually there's a big difference between playing the victim and approaching yourself with compassion. I have been thinking a lot about this topic lately. I have conversations with people about this, and we really need to learn to treat ourselves with more compassion, because when we do so, we also treat others with more compassion. It's remarkable. It's really remarkable. Like, I was doing a loving kindness meditation a few days back, right? And so loving kindness meditation is basically you recall or you invoke a feeling of love and warmth towards a person that you love. Okay, you bring a person to mind that you deeply love, and you try to feel this feeling of love for that person. And then with this feeling, you wish them well. You wish them a life without suffering. You wish them to take good care of themselves. And then once you are able to feel this feeling of love and appreciation for this person you deeply love, it's easier. It makes it easier to summon this feeling. Then you can start to take this feeling and put it onto yourself. Put it onto someone you might have a difficult relationship with, and then ultimately put it onto someone you might hate, or that is one of your deepest enemies. Because ultimately, at least for myself, it's a goal to be compassionate towards everything and all human beings. Okay? That is, I believe, the state that I would like to reach, where I can be truly compassionate towards everything, including the evil in the world. I would like to be able to meet it with compassion and love. Ultimate love, unconditional love, right? So as I was doing this loving kindness meditation, I wanted to bring my attention to my parents, my family, as the source of this love that I could use then to pour onto myself and pour onto other people. But I wasn't able to do that because I felt there was too much resentment still. And that resentment was towards myself. It was so deeply towards myself, and I consider my family really part of myself. So because I was not treating myself with kindness, I was unable to recall my family as a source of unconditional love, because I consider them so much part of myself. And since I don't view myself as worthy of this love that I tried to summon, I couldn't use them as the source of this unconditional love, which was a shocking experience for me. It made me realize that, wow, I really need to do work on cultivating self-compassion. And, you know, I believe that it's the only answer if you want to live a profound, engaged life. You know, there is this mentality out there on the internet, for example, like hustle culture, and you need to push yourself and work hard and don't sleep. And while that might be productive for maybe like a few weeks maximum, at some point you will not be able to sustain it and maintain it. And you will burn out. And so there is no real benefit in doing this approach. A way more sustainable approach is to treat yourself with compassion. And I know it might sound a little bit like soft and weak and esoteric, you know, the self-love stuff. I personally also don't feel too comfortable with that sometimes. But then I ask myself, why is that? Okay? Why do I have difficulties with cultivating this self-compassion? It's a form of resistance. It's a form of judgment. You see? So it's always about finding the right balance, right? Find the balance between overly being soft, perhaps, and also finding the right amount of grit and discipline and determination. Okay? And it's a fine line. It's really sometimes very difficult to distinguish between, okay, I need to push myself a little bit harder today. Okay, you need to push yourself a little bit more, or you need to take some rest or a few steps back. All right? And a great way to do this for you is to start your day with some form of intention. Okay, set an intention for the day. Tell yourself, okay, today I will agree on treating myself with a little more compassion. You hurt your foot and you're like, ah, stupid, it's so painful. Oh, you're so stupid. Notice that. Okay, you're not stupid. All right? Yes, it hurts, but you're not stupid. Okay? So anytime you catch yourself treating yourself negatively, blaming yourself for something or calling yourself names, just take it back. And it might sound silly, but literally just tell yourself, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. You're not stupid. Okay? Treat yourself with compassion. Approach yourself with compassion. Because in fact, you deserve to treat yourself with compassion. You truly do. You truly do. And it's so hard to believe that. Right? We feel like we need to suffer almost because of the way we acted in the past or the way we might act today. And you really don't have to. Okay? Because the more you treat yourself with compassion, the more kind you will be also towards others. And that's ultimately what matters. Okay? To share appreciation for one another and also for yourself. I am currently not only trying to feel gratitude for what I have in my life, the roof above my head, the beautiful people that I feel close to, but also myself. I feel grateful for being able to feel deeply, for example, even though it's also a curse sometimes. Okay? But ask yourself, what are you grateful for regarding yourself? What are a few things that you really appreciate in yourself? When was the last time, and I had a conversation with a wonderful friend of mine about this a few days back, when was the last time you told yourself good morning? And it sounds silly, but really think about this. When was the last time you were like, hey, good morning, how are you today? How are you feeling? Most of us, we just wake up and immediately, I don't know, we jump online or the mental chatter starts and we are not even consciously aware that it's happening. So maybe next morning, tomorrow morning, you can wake up and check in with yourself. How do you feel? And can you allow some space to feel whatever it is that you're feeling? Okay, I'm currently experimenting with recording a few guided meditations to deepen your emotional practice, to deepen the connection you feel with yourself, to validate your own emotions, because it's something that I have struggled with tremendously growing up. I didn't know how to validate my own emotions. I almost instantly rejected them. Always. I was angry. It's not okay to feel angry. I was sad. It's not okay to feel sad. Okay? But you feel the way you feel. And if you tell yourself it's not okay to feel that, you basically tell yourself you are not okay. But you are. Okay? And so I'm currently experimenting with recording some audio files that I listen to as I'm meditating. And I will probably at some point release these tapes, and so you can listen to them yourself and you can learn to validate your own emotions. You can learn to validate your own feelings and thoughts and accept and allow, okay? Allow yourself to feel the way you feel. It's something that my former self had a lot of difficulties with, and I still do sometimes, okay? I still need to really check in with myself and work on that. It's important work. I believe it's really important work to learn to appreciate yourself, to learn to love yourself through the hard times, to learn to love yourself when when you feel sad, when you feel angry, when you feel disappointed, when you feel resentful, to meet yourself with compassion, because then these feelings, they transform. These feelings, they change, okay? Because they're part of you, they're part of me, they're part of everyone. Everyone goes through these feelings from time to time. And the difference between the people who stay stuck there and the people who transmute this energy into love, the people who stay stuck, they resist it, they judge it, you know? You're not allowing your darker side, you're not allowing the negativity to be fully experienced, okay? And you don't have to allow yourself to be sucked down in a negative spiral, okay? That's not what I mean by allowing these feelings. That's a different thing. Then it's more like it's an escape, or you're wallowing in the negativity. That's not what I'm talking about. It's more like, okay, today I feel very angry, very resentful. That's fine. You're still a lovable, worthy human being. You're not less, not worth less because of your state of mind. Just be aware. And when you meet it with compassion, that's when you will not stay in it, because it's just screaming out for some attention, some acceptance, some validation. That's all it does, this feeling. Acknowledgement. Acknowledge me. Acknowledge yourself. That is such a powerful practice. And I want to create a tool to help you acknowledge your feelings, to help you acknowledge your deeper needs. And I will experiment with it first on myself. I want to optimize and perfect kind of the practice. But I do believe that this could potentially help a lot of people, including you, including myself. If I can make it work on myself, that means that it will also probably work on many others. So that is what's currently on my plate, to cultivate compassion for myself and for all the people in my life, and to learn to feel deeply, to appreciate and value and acknowledge what we are feeling, because you're worth to feel whatever you're feeling. You can validate it. It's okay. You will be okay. You matter. All right? So those are my current thoughts. I enjoyed sharing them with you. I hope you were able to see things from a slightly different perspective. And if you're interested in receiving some of the audio files that I'm currently experimenting with, feel free to leave a comment below this video. I would like to experiment with it and receive some feedback, test this material and see if it actually helps. So yeah, I wish you a blessed day wherever you are in the world. I hope the sun is shining, and if not, that's also fine, because the clouds are just there temporarily. But if not, then you can bathe in the sunlight and feel grateful for that, as I do for recording this video. So yeah, thank you for being here with me, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.